We are gonna have some fun today, and we'll end right on time. What we're talking about today is how financial leaders are winning promotions by fighting AI fraud without adding friction or losing brand trust. I'm excited to present this alongside UBS and their special report that just came out. So, as we go through this, you will get everything that is promised. But first, you are in the new financial battlefield. So every week, your data is hit with AI generated invoices, clone voices, synthetic IDs. So we're not only going to show you how to protect from that, we're also going to show you how to boost your career going forward in protecting that. Some of the greatest minds in the world, and I'll shoot you this document and this special report along with 2,500 credits. AI has defeated most of the ways that people authenticate today. I'm very nervous. We have a significant impeding fraud crisis because of this. And this is the CEO of OpenAI, who is the parent company of ChatGPT, who started really the AI revolution. And they're really talking about this every single day. So by the end of this session, I'm going to go over three different secrets, and you'll know how top executives and security teams are protecting millions of transactions, and also how you can become a leader who automates trust without friction, boosting your career, helping you both personally and professionally. So, another quote, and these are all in this special report that I'm going to send you. Fraud will be the biggest growth industry of all time, propelled by what? By artificial intelligence. Everything that's used for good can also be used for evil, and we know that. So you got to protect for it and get everything in order today, because this is a huge wave. And that's by Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world. And he's the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. So if you know a lot of holding company, every single business, every single stock, every single trend, he's analyzed for, over 40 to 50 years, right? Made most of his wealth after the time he was 50. So he's spent a lot of time in this. So we should respect some of the quotes that he has. So this is for CISOs, CFOs, CTOs, risk leaders, or aspiring ones who manage sensitive data and want to protect their brand and careers without adding headcount. The reality is, most of us are still in the balance trying to understand what AI is going to be and understand if it's going to, some of us even have fear that AI may take our job. So AI is not going to take your job. The educated person that creates new value within the organization is going to take your job, right? And this is a whole new sector that every single organization is going to have when it comes to AI generated fraud. So here's the current state of it, and then I'm going to show you three different secrets, and we're going to wrap up. I'm going to show you a quick demo. So IDC, UBS, if you look at Gartner, they're all saying the same things. Fraud losses just in the US by 2027 is going to be a surpass over $40 billion. Most executives, over 60%, say that they've encountered some type of deep fake fraud, whether it's BBC, USA Today, CBS, they are all covering it. This has been an epidemic that has increased over 1,300% over the last year, and each occurrence is about $500,000 when it happens in the enterprise. So again, the reality is every single week, AI deepfake scams have surged just last 3 months, right? Over $200 million. Every week, your data is hit with AI generated invoices, cloned voices, synthetic IDs. If you don't know that it's happening, that means that you're missing it. And here's why. This is the CEO of Visa, who is saying fraud is increasingly moving upstream as criminals use synthetic IDs and deepfakes to impersonate legitimate users. So a lot of your enterprise applications are being overtaken by deep fakes. So just a little bit about us. So we have been in business for a couple years now, and it was built by this gentleman who's a thought leader, Mr. Christian Perry, after discovering fake investor documents created by generative AI. So here's the big thing. If you don't know who Undetectable AI is, we've built over 20 million users, one of the number one conglomerate in this industry in that space. Over $40 million in 20 million users in the last 2 years, bootstrap with no outside revenue. And our B2B side, which is TrueScan, is going to grow probably 10x that. So I don't say that to impress you. I say that to impress upon you how big of an issue that deepfake AI is. And we are at the forefront of it because we partner with large companies like yourself and thought leaders who really want to be inserted in the solution of creating something that's automated for good with AI. So we've already done it on the B2C side. We're doing it on the B2B side, especially doing it with large financial institutions. So if you don't believe that, so everything isn't for everybody. So if you don't believe that automated authenticity is the new trust fabric, this is not going to be for you, right? Because a lot of these financial institutions are going to be at the forefront of it, and a lot of people will build their careers on it. But I don't want to waste your time if that's not for you. But the CEO of Microsoft said the identity ecosystem is evolving and requires a complete new trust fabric for our interconnected world, right? And that's the CEO of Microsoft. This is a huge uh, problem that people have to solve. So let me talk about three secrets, and then I'm going to take a deep dive. I'll spend a little bit more time on how to elevate your career and give you a framework and a fabric for that. So these three secrets, but you have to understand one, how big of a problem, why this, why it's a big problem now, and then how it can help you not only solve for proof, but also for purpose for yourself. So these three secrets top enterprise leaders use to protect their data, build trust, and accelerate their promotion. Number one, AI is invisible until it's too late. Most of us and most of you have been in the professional realm of some type of cybersecurity. You understand firewalls block access, right? Antivirus scan code, but none can tell if a PDF, image, invoice was AI generated. TrueScan detects deepfake and manipulation signals instantly, right? And even if you don't use us, you need to use something. I'm kind of biased. I would like you to use us, but you need to understand that this is going to happen. And regardless, you're going to need to use somebody, especially if you are doing any type of financial services. Here's what the CEO of MasterCard said. We're in a world where fraudsters are using AI as much as we do. So, if anything, the need for cybersecurity and deepfake AI has drastically increased. So you need to know that that's huge. And here's a case study, right? A lender processed over 500 loan docs, 27 were AI generated and perfectly fake. So if you don't have a filter in there, we were able to catch them before even funding them with a large conglomerate, right? Millions saved and faster application approvals. And this happens in mortgages. This happens in credit. This happens in invoices. Wherever you are in the financial services industry, this is happening every single day, and most of you are missing it. And I'll give you an example of how we're actually able to show you this in real time. So verification without friction. What that means is we have a simple API, and whatever you need to do has to be automated because in the future, when you're building your career, you don't need a whole team to manually look at everything that you have, which is how it has been done traditionally in the past. Fraud doesn't look fake anymore. It feels real. The only way to stop it is to automatically verify every single upload. So you upload, you verify, and then you get it a trust badge, a check mark to make sure that it is what it should be. So secret number two, and I'll recap everything at the end. Authenticity can be automated, and here's how. So, going back to the UBS document that I will send you, they found that 99% of organizations use AI for fraud prevention at some way, shape, or form. But here's the big thing: 87% still get attacked because they verify too late. They're trying to do it manually. They have people. So we make it uh, easy in real time and frictionless. And that's important, right? To be able to do that. It has to be automated. You have to do it around the clock. It has to be 24/7 and it has to be frictionless because if it adds another layer of complexity to what you're doing, your partners, your enterprise applications that you already use are either going to reject it or it's going to go off in left field for the system. So that's what we want to make sure. We want to make sure that everything that we do is frictionless. So, number three, verification builds trust, and trust builds revenue. I'm going to spend a little bit more time on this because it's important. If you want to protect your enterprise, you must control the integrity of every single receipt, every single invoice within your org. And you need to be able to tell what's real and what's fake. And I'll show you this in real time. You have all kinds of invoices. Now, your invoices come in all ways, shapes, or form. And people, if you have hundreds, thousands, millions of invoices, right? We know Visa does 250 billion transactions, right? We know MasterCard and Citi and UB, right? We're talking about hundreds and thousands, Citi, all kinds of payments across multinationally, right? Trillions of different types of payments and suppliers and merchants that are coming on to Stripe and PayPal. All of these things need to be verified because the fraudsters out there are getting so much more sophisticated and we need a way to track this and do it automatically, right? So that's what we're able to do. We're able to see all of the footprints and the metadata tags, and we're able to do this with a verification engine that is around the clock 24/7. So whatever you use, you want to make sure that it's embedded into your workflow and into your org. Now here's the big thing and getting into why most of you are on this call. It's to propel your career because for the first time in history, not only did Warren Buffett say that AI fraud is going to be the biggest growth engine everywhere, right? The people that put this into place right now will be able to capitalize on that career wise because now security no longer is just a cost center, especially if you're in financial services, it becomes a growth engine because your suppliers, your merchants, your partners will all want to pay for verification. And if you are the platform and have this embedded in there, now you get to monetize trust. Now you can have premium upsells. Now you're going to have less chargebacks, right? Less refunds. And that's a true cost and that's a true revenue driver for a lot of you. And that's what we want to be able to do for you is create not just another loss mitigation, which is huge, right? portion, which is they say is going to be about 5% of your overall enterprise. We want to create a new growth engine. And here's how it looks for you professionally. And we're going to spend a little bit of time on this. So whether you're a credit card processor, this is a strategic POV specifically for anybody in financial services. So if you're a CISO, if you are an expiring, right? Because they will elevate their careers faster than ever with the individuals that take this seriously and really get certified in these new areas that can really create a huge impact for the enterprise. So let's talk about a CISO, right? They go from just an operator to a true AI defender. They create job security, executive visibility as a trust innovator, right? That's their personal outcome. They start to build a brand around that. And you look, these large financial institutions, $500 million in savings, right? They become the trust standard. CFO, financial executive. You go from just a controller to a trust architect, and you own the savings, all the line item. A lot of your bonuses are geared towards some of these financial metrics. So what we're doing is helping you accelerate that growth within your career. So that margin growth, that authenticity, ROI, that's huge, right? And you think about that. So most of the people that we're talking to on this call, whether you got this, you're watching it on our page, you're watching it on a webinar, on a replay, you're looking to see how this fits into your career, that margin growth is huge. You look at the CTO, just the infra lead to the integrity officer. And I don't mean to say some of these roles as, hey, they are all important, and not to discount that or be disingenuous by any way. But this is another tool that you add to your toolkit to be able to take things to the next level, right? You build authenticity and infrastructure across your enterprise application. What you do is you future proof all of that AI governance and data integrity. When it comes to risk and compliance, you go from just an enforcer, right? And I know there's other things that you do, but this is again another tool that you add. You become an AI ethics defender. And with that certification and that leadership, you're able to replace a whole department and create 70% faster audits at a 40% lower cost because everything is automated. AI doesn't get tired. We're able to do that. We have uptime of right, five nines availability and 99% accuracy. So it's huge. Data AI leader from just a builder to a guardian of trust. And all these roles are going to happen whether you are the individual that takes them or not, because somebody within this organization is going to take this on and have a huge savings for your institution. We are talking to you because we want that to be you, and we want to partner with that growth. So owns model integrity, prevents model positioning, and bias drift. Our goal is to help you up level your career with AI deepfake detection. So I appreciate you doing that. To recap real quick, AI fraud is invisible until it's verified. Authenticity can be automated. Verification builds trust, and trust drives revenue, not only at the enterprise level, the macro level, also for you personally. So this not only helps you personally, but professionally. And we can help you build those ROI metrics and show it right on your dashboard. So I want to show you. Let me give you a quick demo, and this is huge. This is right on our website. So I'll give you everybody on this that attended this. I'm going to give you 2,500 free credits so that you can do this on your own. So let's just look at this and just a quick look into this. So every single image, and this is our freemium version, right? Where you can just go in there and upload any image, document, voice. So we not only do voice, we do images, we do text, and then we also do audio. So I'm gonna just show you quick image. You guys know that I'm here. This is a real pic of me. So it's going to quickly analyze this. Now, this is behind our paywall. So a few of the premium features is once you have a paid version, you have sub millisecond response time. The accuracy goes up, but you can see the detection. Here it says that I'm a human. Now, manipulation analysis, we know that this is human, this is real, whether it's an image, whether it's a document, whether it's an invoice, whether it's a receipt, anything that can be manipulated. Now, let me replace this real quick with a, let's say, a fake invoice, right? This is something that I AI generated, and you can see what happens, and you can do this automatically right into your workflow. And I'll give you an example. Now, you see this has a 99% likelihood that it's AI. The confidence is high. And then what we also show you is why. The reasoning, because there's metadata stubs within this. Our verification engine will give you a percentage of likelihood, and then it'll tell you why. It'll give you the key indicators, the visual patterns, and everything right there. Now, once you get behind our paywall as well, and you have a subscription with us, we'll even tell you if it's Photoshop generated, what part it is. So just like when you shoot a gun, there's residue that comes off of it. The same thing. There are certain tags on a real picture, a real invoice, real paper. When a picture is taken, and when it's AI generated, those things do not exist. And we have 20 developers that are working 24/7 on this. We support over 200 different models. When a new model comes up, because Chat GBT is always evolving, we spend 19 to 20 hours on every single model before we release it and put it in this. So you're always going to have the best at your fingertips to make sure that it is up to date on this. So you have a whole team that's working for you. So let me generate back on this. I'm also going to send, for everybody that stays to the end, this special document, special report. As you can see, some of the top thought leaders in the industry are already talking about this, right? We talked about Sam, we talked about Ryan from CEO's Visa, Michael from MasterCard, Warren Buffett. Like, these are all the top leaders in the industry talking about AI fraud and fraud prevention. So I'm going to send everybody this along with our own personal white paper. So that is important. I'm going to show you a few more things and let you go. So, talking about your workflow and how you embed this into your enterprise applications, it is very simple. You embed this inside of your org, whether it's Salesforce, Workday, you're scanning for receipts and Concur, whatever your own enterprise application that you are serving out your workflows, whether it's all your financial transactions in VisaNet within UBS, if you're doing things in verifying merchants before they're on, and PayPal or Stripe, whatever financial institution, whatever your workflow is, either front end or back end. Here's an example. I just came from Dreamforce, right? So by trade, I've been in the Salesforce ecosystem for a while. I used to run all of CRMA for the Central United States when that product was there. So um, I know this well, and I've sold ERP software, been in enterprise software for 15 years. So I know mission critical applications are important. So whatever that is for you, whether it's your front end application or whether it's your back end that you want into your CRM, your ERP, your HRS system, we are able to integrate with that, put the reports, create a dashboard within whatever that mission critical application is. And all of the data, everything that's scanned, we're able to create incredible dashboards in that application, whether it's your own or third party, and you'll be able to see all of that. This literally replaces a whole department that used to look at all of this manually, and we're able to do it with each one in sub millisecond response time. So if you would like to see more of that, we are happy to share that with you. And like I say, we integrate with any of all of the top platforms, whether it's Google, if you have Microsoft Teams, if you want to detect deep fakes from Zoom. Many of you saw that $25 million wire when somebody got on and cloned that CEO's voice out of Brazil, said he had to get on a plane. His CFO wired him money. It looked like him, sounded like him, got on a quick Zoom and gave them two other proof points, and they lost $25 million. We're going to see that happening more and more, whether it's Shopify, Concur. We work with a bunch of different large financial services companies and even more going up the ladder. So I want to thank everybody for attending this. As promised, I will get you out of here on time. Special offer for just attending. Like I said, I will honor our word and give you 25 deepfake credits just for joining us. And this is going to help you with if you want to use it for image, if you want to use it for audio. Now, if you want to embed an enterprise application, let's book a meeting. I'm going to give everybody a special report from UBS talking about all of the different things and perspectives on the impact of AI and fraud prevention, especially in the financial services industry. We have some of the top people in the world talking about this. As you see, the pioneer, Sam Altman of ChatGPT, the pioneer of just business in general, Warren Buffett, saying this is a huge problem, this is an epidemic, and you have to have something within your enterprise that is going to protect from that. So again, my name is Alan Thornton. I'm the VP of Strategic Initiatives at ShoeScan. So if you would like to take it a step further, you get the credits regardless, no strings attached. But if you want to explore how you can put this in an enterprise application, if you would like our free framework on how to boost your career with this and being able with AI deepfake fraud detection and literally replace a whole department, well, we have a framework where you pick an application, pick a certain use case, and then build out a value proposition, which I showed you earlier on how to not just make this a cost center and go up to ask for an investment, but also how to make this a revenue growth driver. And that's where the promotions, the raise. So quick statistic, 90% of the executives that work with us within 12 months get some type of major promotion or at least a raise in what they're due because, right, you save a company millions and millions of dollars. Um, there's going to be some compensation with that, whether it's in your existing plan or we also have the framework to show you how you can work that into a new offer for not only yourself, but value proposition for your partners and some of your other executives and a team. A lot of people are downsizing right now because AI is creating new efficiency. Here is your personal opportunity to create an opportunity not only for you, but probably a couple people in a whole new department that's going to add a lot of value to your organization. So I thank you for spending some time with us. We look forward to taking this to the next level with you and your team. Have a blessed day. We'll talk soon. All right, bye-bye.